Yo, what up, man? Chris, I'm about checking in, man. Back with the blog, man. Make sure that like button and subscribe button anyway, and I appreciate all the support, man. Man, I salute to everybody that watched the Jae Millz documentary that I put out earlier today. It's doing very, very good numbers, getting a lot of good feedback on that, and I appreciate y'all watching it. Bear with me. Your boy is getting sick, man. I done told y'all I went to Virginia to go get this van and all this kind of stuff, and you know, just dealing with the different climates, you know, but salute to everybody. I'm a little disappointed, man. I'm a little disappointed, if I'm being honest. There's been more diss tracks since I did the documentary on Millz. There's been more diss tracks out there, and I just feel like my boy Goodz is in a bad place, man. A lot of people know I like Goodz a lot. Like, Goodz is one of the people that I feel like has been more real since I've been back in battle rap. And even before then, like I said, you know, I've been hung around him. I did an Untold Truth with him, one of the earlier ones, for those of y'all that was able to see that. And when I did my redemption blog, Goodz was somebody that had some nice words to say about me. So for those of y'all that may not remember, let me refresh your memory a little. And this was Goodz.
And when I talk about these things, like, I'm talking from a place of, I've been around Chris mad times. You get what I'm saying? When I used to go to Atlanta, I'm talking about a minute ago. I'm talking about years ago, 7, 8 years ago, when I used to go to Atlanta, and he used to run up on me and do interviews. He'll call me, Goodz, let me do the interview or whatever. I ain't never, no time I've been around him got like a funny feeling or felt like he'd do the things that he was accused of doing.
Now, I'm not going to act like me and Goodz know each other super great. You know, we've been out to eat a couple times. Like, I was hanging out with him, Rex, and Daylight and everything at some, like, seafood spot or whatever, Joe's Crab Shack, some type of seafood spot in New York. I've been to some diner with him and ate one time with him and his homeboys when we were doing like the Untold Truth. Because you know, when I do Untold Truths, I follow you around, so I hang out with you a lot more and everything like that. So I was just like, yo, Goodz is like a cool ass guy. So he was one of the people that I got a chance to see in different environments than just at a rap battle or whatever. And you know, he would try to help me, you know, when I linked up with him when we was hanging around Rex and Daylight. I'm talking to Rex, like, yo, Rex, you know, I'm doing the Untold Truth with Goodz. Like, me and you need to do an Untold Truth and all that kind of stuff. A lot of y'all know I did an Untold Truth with Daylight. One of the reasons I was able to do that was the fact that I was doing an Untold Truth with Goodz, and we all linked up with Daylight. So Daylight, you know, once you get in these circles and niggas kind of stamp you, then people feel like, oh, I'll fuck with him too, because Goodz fucking with him. So I always had a lot of respect for Goodz. So when people kind of shitted on him like he's a whack battler or don't hot bars or don't this or don't that, I always kind of, you know, defended him and felt like, yo, say what you want to say. The nigga don't really be losing a lot of battles. He's in every battle. People always say this, and this about him, but they don't necessarily kill him in a battle, beat him clear, all this kind of stuff. And outside of the mishaps, like the throwing a bottle with Hollow the Don and the Gems punch, like, I kind of like and enjoy Goodz battle since I've been back in battle rap. And but I'm always fair. He lost to Easy the Block Captain. I said he lost. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be biased for him if he lose battles or anything like that. In this situation right here, it's kind of just disappointing because as cerebral as I feel like Goodz is in comparison to other battlers, and what I mean by cerebral, when I watch his blogs and he's breaking down battles, sometimes I'm like, oh, that's pretty good insight from another battle rapper. So that's what I mean when I say, like, I do feel like sometimes when you watch his blogs, you can get some type of jewels or whatever. And as cerebral as I feel like he is compared to some of the other battlers that I met, and his just awareness of certain things, I just feel like he's been, like, outsmarted in this situation. And I could have called him. I got his number. I could have texted him. I got his number. But I feel like everybody's blowing him up. Everybody's hitting him up. You know what I'm saying? And I hope he's not in his feelings over my critique, because I like Goodz. And I saw Mickey Fax earlier the day had a title that said, Goodz, just give it up. Don't be mad at me. So I don't want you to get in your Hitman holler bag where you get critiqued and then you get in your feelings and then you don't talk to niggas and you don't fuck with niggas. And at the end of the day, because like I said, he was in my redemption blog. If he was cooking Jae Millz, bro, I would be on Jae Millz' ass, pause, about Goodz. Like, Goodz is fucking you up. Had Goodz jumped in this shit after Millz was up either 2-1 or 3-0 on DNA, and he jumped in this shit and just took off, I would say that. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely say that. And I don't even want to go over the diss tracks for the night. I don't even want to go over the diss tracks because I feel like the back and forth or the beef or the diss track competition, I feel like it's pretty much over. There comes a time when the fans just like who they like, and unless you do something amazing or you can discredit Jae Millz a certain way, at this point, he's just become more likable than Goodz. People just fuck with him, relate to him more. He was the underdog, and people relate to the underdog. And in the beginning, like I said, it felt like you and DNA were stunning on him because y'all were the, the leaders of this era of battle rap, and y'all had a more popular channel, the Goodz channel, the DNA channel, and also the podcast to be able to put a lot of pressure on Millz. And once Millz fought back, the culture just rallied behind him. And I chronicle all the mistakes that I felt like DNA and Goodz made. But it's kind of disappointing to see the stuff Goodz does because it's always like retroactive. It's always to like, I'm going to do this because Millz did this. It's not like I'm doing this because I'm actually putting the pressure on him. I'm going on the offensive. To me, Goodz has always been on the defensive, and I talked about it in the video I did. He tells you got 48 hours to respond. You respond within 48 hours. So it's kind of like, okay, I gave you a time frame, and you listen to my time frame. I told you better go back in the lab and create some better shit than the lion joint that he did, the first one. You got 48 hours to give me a better song. You really supposed to stand on your lion song, that your lion song is the shit. If you feel deep in your heart that your lion song is the shit, you don't need them 48 hours. But when you give him the 48 hours and you come back before then, like 36 hours or 40 hours later, you drop something else, it's like, yeah, you knew that shit wasn't gonna hit, and so you had to come with something else. So there is always, always, always the mental game. You have to win the mental before you win anything else. That's with anything in life. If you dealing with a female and you trying to figure out a way to get her to respect you more, or get more on your program, or get more into you, or follow a little bit of what you got going on, you have to get into her mental. And in every war, whether it's a blogger war or anything else, you have to win the mental aspect. He tells you that we don't do 16 bars chorus, 16 bars chorus, 16 bars chorus. You change it up. You don't necessarily need to change it up. You just have to make your 16 bars chorus, 16 bars chorus, 16 bars chorus better, and always do your style. You know what I'm saying? So you have that. You go to the AI chorus, and he's doing it first, and then you do it, but his is better. And it becomes a little bit of a producer beef, because now Ron Browse is feeling like Merrick City is copying him now, and Merrick City doesn't give a good answer. Merrick City answers like, well, he wasn't the first person to do AI, so how am I copying from him if he wasn't the first person to do AI? No, my nigga, the point of the matter is that you need to figure out your own sound, because I've already got this sound right here. So you come up with your own sound. But the fact that you went that route is another mental advantage I have over you. You haven't done a podcast. You haven't done a blog. All of these things are mental advantages. You were making money on, now you still making money because you're putting out diss tracks, but you were blogging. There's topics to talk about. This shit that's going on with Cass. There's a K-Shine interview that just dropped. There's all kind of stuff going on in the culture. But because of the comment section, because of every one of y'all videos, it's like I don't even want to do a blog talking about some random shit because everybody's going to want to talk about this. But I don't really want to talk about this because I'm not actually winning this. And DNA is kind of slithering his way out of this little noose that Jae Millz kind of got niggas in. And it's looking like more like it's kind of weird because Jae Millz had DNA looking crazy. And then all of a sudden, it's like he got you looking even crazier. And then you fast forward, like I said, y'all haven't been doing any blogs or anything. You shoot this video. Now, I don't want to go over the diss tracks and everything too tough or play them, but you got on white gloves in the video. Now, I get it. He's Black Glove Millz, and I guess you're going to be White Gloves Goodz, but it's just like, bro, you got to figure out something that's not retroactive to what he does, not in defense of what he does. It's like you got on kind of like a sparkly jacket a little bit, or a little like rhinestones or something in the jacket, and the gloves. And it's just like white gloves is cool, but it's just like the only nigga we see with white gloves is like Michael Jackson. And I get it. You're trying to be like White Gloves Goodz and Black Gloves Millz, but the glove thing is kind of Millz thing. Like maybe you got to have something else so we can attach a tag to you. You can't, White Gloves Goodz would never be as good as Black Gloves Millz. It just won't. But when you put on the gloves, it's another mental advantage. And that's what I keep telling niggas. It don't matter what the song says. It's like as soon as you come on the screen and niggas see you in some white gloves, nigga, this nigga lost. Like this nigga tripping. The fact that Goodz keeps losing the mental aspect of this is a little bothersome for me. And I just feel like at this point, he should just chill. Because literally the only way he can get Millz back, bro, he would have to battle him and beat him. Now you should want to battle him. You should be hitting up URL like, yo, let's get a bag out of this. Because if he battles anybody else, like if he battles, because DNA was acting like he wanted to battle him, he battles DNA, then it's just going to be, that's just what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? That's going to, DNA may be able to satisfy the fans or be able to get his lick back, but you got to get your lick back at this time. I told you, you probably just need to snuff this nigga. And that's what I mean. You might just need to snuff this nigga. But if you don't snuff this nigga, you at least need to battle this nigga. And you don't need to be running around. You don't get a chance to say you're not good enough to battle or you're not worthy enough to battle because you done about 6 diss tracks. So how is a nigga not worth battling or worthy enough to battle or not big enough in the culture to battle if you done 6 diss tracks? The minute you say, I do not want to battle Jae Millz, you have lost again because you're going to act like he's not good enough to battle. You're going to act like there's no competition. You're going to act like you're better than him. His stock is too low, whatever. But you have invested money. Let's keep it real. Time and about 6 diss tracks towards this nigga. So at the end of the day, how does a dude that you invested all that into become nobody? It's damn near impossible. So let's just get to the slick walk shit now. The slick walk stuff is really, really bad, bro, because based on this, and let me just pull it up. Jae Millz posted that you're basically selling these shoes on a Nothing But Good site, and these are the shoes. And you're selling them for what? $159 or whatever, $159. But then he's also saying that these are basically the same damn shoe, which they really are. They might have like very minute differences, but they really are. And that these are really Solar Silver Multi Steve Maddens. And Steve Madden is selling these joints. But what is this? $65. So niggas is just like, yo, you're really selling Steve Madden sneakers. And then if you look even here, you can see that these same sneakers on a different site is on sale for $43.50. So you're selling these shoes for $160 and they're going for $65. They're Steve Maddens. Yours are good. Yours are slick walks. You basically, even if there is a minor difference in your shoe, of course it couldn't be the same because it would just be, a nigga would be able to sue you for damn near having the same shoe. So you got to adjust some minor shit. But at the same time, bro, you kind of stole a design, bro. Like, just real talk, you just stole a design. And for someone that I kind of would, this was me, my respect for Goodz, someone who I think would have some originality or try to be different or do something, you just basically just switch something minor that just so you can have a different quote unquote pattern on the shoe. Basically stole Steve Madden's whole pattern, put it out there, marked this shit up 150%. And it's just like, yo, this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. These shits are selling for $44, bro. You sell them for $160. The markup is crazy. So I don't really know how you come back from niggas is saying that these are, what are they saying? That these are Steve Walks and Slick Maddens. I don't know. Niggas is saying all kind. I don't know how you come back from this, bro. Your whole brand is producing Slick Walks, and niggas is just gonna now say that these are just Steve Maddens. He really fucked you up with this angle right here. He just did. And I don't really know how you gonna get around it, but he fucked you up with this angle. I gotta keep it real with you. And I don't want to see you. What did I say in my last blog, bro? Even when Goodz battle, it's not even gonna be the same anymore. Now niggas is gonna diss him. He probably gonna show up the battle with slick walks on. Niggas could just freestyle about the shit. Niggas gonna diss him. Like he said, yo, you never gonna look at Goodz the same. And it's getting to that point because he's doing so many tracks. It's starting to look a little bit desperate because you're out tracking Millz. You got like 6 diss tracks to like his 3. That's like way too many. And then the slick walk angle is just too much, bro. It's just, I feel bad because I'm like, I don't want you to be ruined. Like DNA knew when to bow out. You a little hard headed. I ain't gonna even lie. You a little DNA knew when to bow out, bro. And don't get me wrong, eventually the diss track's gonna come to an end, but I don't know how you get the respect back from the Steve Madden shit. You can't just jack a nigga whole pattern, flip the shit, and just say they're yours. Like, nah, that shit is not, like, that part ain't cool. And I don't know, maybe there's an explanation around it. I don't know. It'd be different if you said you was sponsored by Steve Madden or something. That's why I come in the blog and say, oh, I got Steve Madden, I got a sponsorship with that nigga. Of course, these are shoes. But that's not what you gonna say. So, I don't know, bro. And I'm disappointed because I feel like Millz is trying to ruin you. He's basically saying, I'm destroying you. Like, I don't want to destroy these bloggers. Even when I blog at niggas, I don't really have no issue with battle facts, bro. I don't have no issue with none of these niggas. I only really have an issue with the original niggas, the Adepts, the Battle Troops, and the DME Detroit. Anybody else is just some tag-along niggas. And I don't really have no issue with these niggas. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see them ruin. I don't want these niggas not to get money. I don't want these niggas to not blog. I don't flag their channel. When these niggas use my footage, I don't flag. That's because I'm not trying to destroy niggas. I don't want to take your channel down. It ain't taking your channel down is weak. Oh, I'm going to take your channel down. Yeah, if you went too far. I had niggas pulling up to my crib because you dropping addresses and all. Yeah, now you going too far. Like you trying to like affect my life, my livelihood and shit and have niggas doing dumb shit. But no, I don't care if you use my footage. I ain't tripping. I'm not taking your footage down. I'm not doing all of this. You got to put some crazy shit in there that I feel like is just over violating. But for the most part, no, I'm not concerned with that. And I'm not insecure enough to where it bothers me. And I'm not saying that if you do take it down, you're insecure. I'm just saying I don't really give a fuck. Like, 2 can play that guy. Use your footage, use my footage. It's all good. That's the way I look at stuff. But at the same time, the nigga's trying to ruin you, bro. And I do not be trying to ruin niggas I be beefing with. It just be a beef. It just be a back and forth. At the end of the day, I don't really be that invested in it or that bothered. But Jae Millz is trying to ruin you because I don't even really know why. I don't even know why it got to that point. I get it. Oh, you play with my name, but play with your name and ruin you is, I don't know, it's like a different kind of energy. And you're feeding into it and just not seeing it. And I just feel like I don't really think niggas is going to look at Goodz the same, bro. And that's a little disappointing. Chris, I'm biased. It's late, like 1 o'clock in the morning. Holla at your boy, man.